Today we're talking about the king and queen of Post-it notes, the full stick Post-it note. Hey guys, my name is Ed Choi. Thanks for joining me today. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing. In this channel, I talk about everything to do with the office, and today we're talking about full stick Post-it notes. Now, if you've seen my videos, you will know that I have Post-it notes on my wall. I talk about Post-it notes. I love Post-it notes. They're such a great productivity tool. A lot of you guys don't know though that there are different types of Post-it notes. Today specifically, we're gonna be talking about full stick Post-it. It looks like a regular Post-it note. What makes it so different? Well, for one, the full backing is adhesive. So most Post-it notes, you take the sheet off, and of course, we all know how to peel a Post-it note. Now, if you don't, check out my video right over here, and you'll wanna watch it. As I peel my Post-it note, you know that the top portion over here is adhesive and you stick it. Everybody knows about that. But a lot of people don't know about the full stick note. The full stick note, the whole backing is sticky. So this part down below is not sticky. It's just a portion above. What can you do with it? Well, for one thing, when you stick it onto something, it stays on flat, doesn't flap away. So let me give you an example of a regular note. So this is my regular Post-it note. When I put it on there, now it does lay flat, but you know, things can catch on it and eventually it can come off. The full stick note, look at this, ta-da! Very beautiful, smooth. Now let's talk about where you can store your Post-it notes, because obviously this type of Post-it note is a little bit different. You can't put it in a pop-up note dispenser. But what makes this unique, because the full backing is sticky, you can peel off the liner like so. Now I'm left with a pad of Post-it notes, and this backing is sticky, which allows me to do fun things like stick it on my laptop. And so now I always have Post-it notes on the go. Look at that. Now if I want a Post-it note, I just go to my laptop, peel off a note. Look at that. Pretty ingenious, isn't it? Another thing we can do with this, in terms of cool places to store them, would be in a notebook. So when I go traveling around, I often have my notebook because I still like to write. So one thing that you can do is put a pad. Let's just actually put it on the back, on the black portion here so you guys can see it. So you can see here now I have a pad of Post-it notes in my notebook, ready to go anytime I want to set myself a reminder. The other place that I love to have it is in my car. Yeah, I know, I love to have Post-it notes in my car. You never know when you have to write a note on somebody's door or write yourself a reminder. So check this out. This is a really cool way of putting Post-it notes in a car. So here's a great example of utilizing your full stick adhesive notes in a vehicle. Sometimes you just need to have a pad always ready to go. And look at that. It just works beautifully in there. So now I always have a pad of Post-it notes right in my vehicle. And if I want to write a reminder, I just take a sheet off. I could stick this on somebody's window, or I could just set a reminder on my dashboard. So perfect. Now that we went over the 3 different places of where you can store your full stick Post-it notes, how about where we can use them? So for one thing, if I'm leaving a note on my desk, for example, and I want to stay as more of a permanent reminder, but keep in mind that this is still a Post-it note. It doesn't leave any residue behind, so it comes off cleanly like all the other notes. But this is a great option if you really want something to stick on a piece of paper and you don't want it to come off. The other place I love using the full stick note is on somebody's door, because let's face it, sometimes a Post-it note, if it's kind of waving there and people are passing by the door, it might get brushed off, and we don't want that happening. So if you want to leave somebody a reminder on somebody's door, the full stick notes are a great option because it's going to stick firmly on the door and you don't have to worry about flying it off in the wind. Now the other application is labeling boxes, or just labeling anything in general. It would be envelopes, binders, anything. In my storage room, I have tons of boxes with lots of products in them, and I like to label them just to see what's in it. You can also use it to label a filing cabinet. I also use it as labels for my Kanban board, which I can talk to you guys about. I'll be doing a video on that shortly on what a Kanban board is. And the last one is an interesting thing. I went to an office once, and they were having troubles because their Post-it notes kept on jamming in the printer. Now, it was a little bit odd that they're putting a Post-it note through the printer. I asked them how they're using it. They're using the Post-it notes to temporarily label documents and feed it in the printer. The challenge to me was, how do they get a Post-it note in the printer without jamming? And so that's when I introduced them to the full stick note, and guess what? It worked. They put it on the piece of paper, put it in the printer, and it came out beautifully. So that's another unique application that you can use the full stick note. So there you go, guys. If you're looking for another Post-it note or another application for a Post-it note, and you're like me and you're always looking for a good tool, look for the Post-it Full Stick Adhesive Note. This is a bit of a game changer in the world of Post-its for me. So give it a shot, and I'd love to hear if you have any cool applications on how you use your Post-it notes. Leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you have any other ideas for me on what to do next for my videos, leave a comment down below. Thanks a lot for tuning in, guys, and I'll see you guys next time.